Yo, it's official. Like a referee with a whistle. Like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And we're going to do like we always do, man. We're going to talk that talk. And we're going to go out and make it happen. But before I get started, I got to do something real quick. Something I forgot to do. Yeah, got to do something real quick. Something that I got to do. Let's see, where's none of this stuff is nothing is perfect when it comes to this technology and everything. So let's see, I gotta do something real quick. And then I can get started. Okay, so that's it. So yeah, I'm good now. So share this episode, and tell me where you're from. Where you from? Where you from? Where you from? And subscribe. you know. So this episode is brought to you by a long-time subscriber. And there's a lot of people traveling, men and women today, probably more so today than ever before. And sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes that's a bad thing. Just depending on where you go and who you are, and if you know anybody that lives there. But when it comes to women traveling by themselves without a man, that's kind of dangerous. That's kind of dangerous for a woman to travel, or for women, or even groups of women, or single women to travel by themselves. That's kind of dangerous. And I know a lot of women probably don't want to hear that. But it is what it is. Now, as a matter of fact, if I had a daughter and if she came to me and said, hey, I'm going to get a passport and I'm going to travel overseas and go hang out with my friends and all this and that, I would tell her never to travel without a man. Even traveling with your girlfriends, man, you can't trust these women today, man. These women today will turn on you as quick as shit. Quick as you can't even trust the women today. I mean, you've seen a couple incidents probably online of women traveling with women and they fell out in some type of way. And one girl even got killed. Now, even though the girl that got killed, she was from here where I live, she was traveling with looks like two gay guys. Based on the video, you can't even trust the gay guys if you're a woman. But I'm not even talking about traveling with the gay guys as a woman. But that don't count. Yeah, see, what you have to understand, if you're a woman traveling overseas, See, a lot of guys from other countries, they'll put hands on a woman with the quickness. They'll take advantage of a woman if they can get away with it. And I've actually, at least 2 times I can remember, if I wasn't around or if the guys didn't see me, a woman would have she'd have got that work from them dudes. And a lot of these guys, they'll gang up on a woman too. They'll gang up on a woman just like they would gang up on a guy. They don't see these guys overseas don't put women on the pedestal like we do here in North America. They don't give a damn about none of that shit. If a woman gets out of pocket, start talking shit, or them dudes, they'll put hands on a woman with the quickness. They'll even get a woman robbed. They'll rob the bitch. I've heard a lot of stories over the years, and it's because the woman was living overseas by herself or traveling overseas by herself, or she was with her friends. Just because you with your friends, your girlfriends, that don't mean shit to these dudes. Your girlfriends can get it just like she can get it. That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing to these guys. You're a soft target if you're a woman. But a lot of women are hard-headed in North America. They don't listen. Some people have to learn the hard way. Now, these women that come over here from other countries, they know what I'm talking about. They know what I'm saying to be true. They know what time it is. That's why a lot of these women, they aren't so quick to shit on the men so quick, because they know men are needed in relationships. And it ain't necessarily got to be more just one man, but women that from other countries, for the most part, even though some of them might have that feminist mindset, they know they don't shit on men so quick because they know they're going to need a man at some point. They know it. Especially when they in uncharted territory or traveling overseas. There's some countries, man, if a man and a woman is together, and if a guy, it could be even a man or a woman, but especially a man, if a man approaches that couple, the man is talking to the man. He ain't talking to the woman. He's directing the conversation to the man. And women in other countries do the same thing. And that doesn't make a woman less than. That's just you the man. That's what it is. We're not the same. We're not the same. That doesn't mean that the woman is less than the man. No, everyone has to play their position. There's a time for a woman to step out there and bust a move, so to speak. There's a time for a woman to make her move. When it's girl talk, she can make relations with the women. Well, if there's an event, she can be beside her man and be like, it'll be like one of them type of red carpet type events. There's a time for a woman to, you showcase your woman. She can be like nice eye candy. Yeah, there's a place for a woman. Yeah. The woman, let your woman get all the attention and bring the people to you. There's a place for a woman. You know what I'm saying? In the pecking order, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Shit. But at the end of the day, the man is the leader. It's supposed to be anyway. So most women understand how this shit work. Some of them might not like it, But that's how the shit work. You know what I'm saying? So when you go overseas, see, a lot of these women get a wake-up call. You know, now I've been hearing us guys, we know how things can go left amongst guys. We know. It doesn't matter where we at in the world. We know how some guys get down. We're not naive to the fact that, hey, if I go to Colombia, Brazil, Mexico, Canada, China, Australia, Japan, I might have to throw them things. I might have to throw them hands on somebody. You just never know. You know what I'm saying? But women don't really think like that. They just think that, oh, I'm free. You know, I got money to go anywhere I want or whatever. Yeah, you can go anywhere you want. But there's always a chance that there's some confrontation that could go down. Something could go down. You might have to defend yourself. And can you defend yourself? That's the thing. Can you defend yourself and survive without getting, taken out? It happens. Yeah, I've heard stories where within the last 2 years, one guy went to Colombia, he got killed. One guy in Brazil got killed. And people in Mexico, they've been getting killed. That ain't nothing new. I've been hearing about this shit since the 90s. One of my good friends, that I was in the Navy with, he went to Tijuana while we were in the Navy for one weekend. He didn't make it back. He got stabbed to death. So shit happens. So if the guys are getting attacked, shit, the women are going to get attacked because the women are soft targets. And like I said, these guys don't respect women like that. It ain't their woman, so what the hell? Shit, if the woman got something they want and they think they can get it, shit, attack. They're going to be in attack mode. It's like I saw a girl in I think this is Ghana. She had she got robbed and they killed the bitch. You know what I'm saying? She moved over there, bought property, and they ended up killing the bitch. And this is not like the first time I've heard stories like this. This is kind of starting to be common today, where you have Black Americans moving to Kenya, Ghana, especially Ghana, and what's that other country? It's another country where, Kenya and Ghana, especially Ghana, where they'll go over there, buy land and shit, and some white guy, maybe some corporation will call, say, hey, we want that land, that property. And now all of a sudden they demolishing the dude property. There's a video posted up all about it. A couple videos about incidents like that. And the dude invested his time and money in moving over to Ghana. And you got motherfuckers going up in his house, looting and trashing the damn property and everything. And some damn look like a supervisor, project manager is standing outside watching everybody run up in there. You got random people running up in the house, grabbing whatever they want and putting it in their truck and hauling ass. That type of shit, it happens. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit happens. Like when people start talking about this going back to Africa type shit, man, I'd be like, man, kiss my ass. I'm not going over there. First of all, I ain't African. And second of all, A lot of them shits is traps. A lot of them shits is traps set up for us to come over there because they want us to come over there with a bag. And if you come over there and buy property, because buy property and buy land, and we're kind of vulnerable if we don't know, especially if we don't know no locals that live in that town or in that city. We ain't protected over there in them other damn countries. I mean, we ain't protected over here in North America. We're not protected here in North America. And if we go someplace else, we really ain't protected. So we're in a trick box, in a trick bag. I'll be damned if we do, I'll be damned if we don't. Regardless of where we go, we ain't protected. So if we ain't protected as men, the women ain't gonna get protected. So this is why if I had a daughter, I would tell my daughter, don't travel without a man overseas if you're gonna go. And don't travel with groups of women. That's even worse. Because if they see groups of women together, girls trip, like women got some type of camaraderie or some shit like that. That sends off like an alarm, like, okay, we can get these women. You know what I'm saying? It's been plenty of women that their room got broken in, and they money got stolen, and the credit card got stolen. It's been plenty of women that got over the years. And you know what I saw that was kind of interesting the other day. There's a video I saw on, was it Instagram or Twitter? I think it was Twitter. I saw a video on Twitter where it was a white guy. It looked like a white guy in a hotel room. He didn't show his face. It was just his hand. But it looked like a white guy. And somebody was trying to stick a sling underneath the door to try to open the door from the outside in. The sling, it looks like the same type of sling people use to unlock their cars. When people lock themselves out, lock the keys in the cars and they can't get in, and you call the locksmith. It's the same type of sling, but they can stick it under the door and try to open the door from the inside out. And the person that was in the room at the time kept knocking the sling off the door handle so the person wouldn't be able to get in. And it wasn't, the video wasn't long. It's probably like a 30-second video. So if they're doing that shit, well, first of all, I don't even know what location that was. But if they're doing that shit here in North America, I know they're doing it overseas. And this is the type of shit you have to be consciously aware of. It goes down. And this is not like a raggedy hotel. This is a 4 or 5-star hotel at the time, where somebody was trying to broke in to somebody's hotel room to steal whatever they had. You know what I'm saying? And see, you have a lot of people in America, they go to overseas with the jewelry on, and the Jordans. Gotta wear them Jordans, right? They go overseas flashing. That's not a good idea. And you gotta watch your cell phone too when you go overseas. You know, all the taking pictures like we do over here in North America. Somebody will be walking by, they'll snatch that out of your hand and haul ass. Or if you if you're in the back of a car, like doing a video, they'll snatch your cell phone and haul ass, just like that. Or if you got a long rope chain on, they'll snatch that shit off your neck and haul ass. And they'll be gone around the block, and you won't know where to find them. And that's that. And that rope chain is probably worth enough money to pay for their rent for the next 2 to 3, 4 months. That rope chain you got, that big ass rope chain you got around your neck, that's rent money for the next 5, 6 months in a lot of countries. That watch you got on your wrist, that's rent money for the next 4, 5, 6 months for a lot of guys overseas. So if I'm a guy overseas and I see this fine woman with a platinum watch or with some nice jewelry on that's sparkling at nighttime, I got to get this bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here and my ribs is touching. I'm hungry. I got to have it. So I'm watching her. She coming in the restaurant. She's by herself. No dude around, no woman around. It's just her. Oh, this bitch is getting got. I'm calling my buddy, you know, so we can catch her outside before she go back to the hotel or wherever she going. Because I saw you pull up. You were walking when you came in the restaurant. You wanted no car. And I know you're a foreigner. At least I know you ain't from where we from. So you walking. You're not even driving. You didn't even catch an Uber or a taxi. So he know you walking. So I gotta try to catch you before you get in the car or try to catch you down the street. And I gotta get you, and I gotta find a quick escape route. And my buddy, he's a street jacker. He's a professional. He doing shit all the time. Now maybe the guy in the restaurant ain't a professional jacker, but his buddy is. And when his buddy jacks this woman for her money or her jewelry, whatever he thinks is valuable, him and his buddy gonna split the money that he's getting from wherever he pawned the jewelry or whatever. Him and his buddy gonna split the damn money. And that type of scenario happens more than you think. And nobody is above getting robbed. Don't be that naive and think just because, I'm a woman, you better give me respect. Oh, no, you ain't in North America. You don't get nobody gives a damn about you. They don't know who you are. Shit, you be, well, I'm a celebrity. Shit, they don't give a damn about that shit. Celebrities get robbed all the time. They get embezzled all the time and get robbed. They just don't talk about it. Shit, they don't care enough about that. The bigger the fish, the better. That's how that shit is. See, you have to understand. I understand the mind of a criminal when it comes to being out in them streets. I understand how they think. You know, so I'm not naive to none of this shit when it comes to that street shit at all. And plus, yeah, a lot of people are starving out here, man. A lot of people are hungry out here. You got wolves out here. So I get it. I understand. But I ain't about to be nobody's target. You know what I'm saying? I ain't about to be nobody's prey. And if I can avoid it, I will. You know, that's why if I had a daughter or any woman that I know, I'd tell her, look, don't be traveling overseas like that. And don't be wearing your latest jewelry and your, you know, the brand new, whatever, brand new shit that you just bought. Nah, that's not the business. And just because your stuff is in the hotel room, people they robbed them. They robbed them in the hotel room. They watch you when you leave the hotel room. The people in the hotel room, they got cameras in the hotels. All of them. They watch people at the desk watch you, and they're calling their buddies. Hey, they gone for the day. They ain't come back till later. His buddy come down there, go to the hotel room, rob you, take all your shit, take all your jewelry, take all your money. Anything that's valuable, it happens all the time. People don't talk about it. It happens all the time, man. You know, all the time. And a lot of women are like, they're like shocked, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe my jewelry. Man, you can't even, let me tell you, sometimes it's been people that have told me while they were traveling, somebody in the cargo of these airports opened their bags and stole some of the shit out their suitcase. You can't even make it through you can't even make it out the airport without someone opening your bag and stealing your shit. Think about that. So if you can't make it through the airport without nobody stealing your shit, what makes you think you're so safe at a hotel or at some resort or out in the streets? Think about that. You're not safe if you're a woman. You're not even safe if you're a man. But the thing is, us men, we know, most of us are not naive like that. We know there's certain places you just don't go. There's certain places I'm never going to go. And it ain't necessarily just the country. It could be a certain area within that country. There's certain places in certain cities you just don't go unless you know somebody that live over there. You know what I'm saying? Like when I go to LA, there's certain parts of LA I just don't go. I don't know anybody in Watts. I don't know anybody in Compton, even though that's outside of LA. But I don't know anybody in Compton. I don't know anybody in Long Beach. I don't know anybody in them places, them areas. You know, like LA is the most dangerous, it's probably the most dangerous city in America to live for somebody that ain't from there. Like if you fly into LA and when you get out the airport, LA is gang heavy. When you leave LA, you got flatland. If you get on Central Ave, and everybody that's been to LA, you know what I'm talking about. When you get on Central Ave and you drive straight, you got 40, 50 sets of gangs, mostly Mexicans. 40, 50 sets of gangs, mostly Mexicans, that you driving by. You know, and I don't know any of these people. And you think they're going to have pity on me just because I'm a visitor? Hell no. First thing they'll do, hey, who you know? What you doing here? If you in uncharted territory, who you know, what you doing here? And if you don't respond the way they would like, that's your ass. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. You know, what up, Mike? When Mike said, there's no good outcome for us in most situations for us that we can talk or our way out of. Yeah, that's what I said. When we're kind of in a trick bag. It's I'll be damned if we do, I'll be damned if we don't. You know what I'm saying? We're kind of in the trick bag, man. It's if we get into any tough, sticky situation, it really ain't no good outcome. It's kind of like, hopefully you have a soft landing. The best alternative, I would say, it's a soft landing, but it ain't no good outcome. No. So the best, in my opinion, the best thing to do is try to avoid most tough, sticky situations. At least that's what I try to do. I try to avoid certain situations. That's why I say there's certain places I'm never going to go. I'm never going to go to South Dakota, North Dakota, Oregon, where else? New Mexico, West Virginia. I'm never going to go to these places because I already know what it is. People have told me about these places. Like certain parts of Texas, I'm never going to go. Killings, Texas. People told me to stay away from these places. Like certain part, like Ohio is one of those places where what I'm going to Ohio for? I mean, I don't know anybody up there. That's the only way I would go. Like Idaho, what I'm going to Idaho for? I don't know anybody that live in Idaho. I mean, like, I don't know. Why would I go there? Even Kentucky. Why would I go to Kentucky? I don't know. It's like, it's not Mississippi, Alabama. I have no reason to go there. It's like, you already know it's some bunch of bullshit in a lot of them states. And these are poor states, by the way. These are some of the poorest states in America. So if you go into a poor state and they think you got a little bit of money, well, you're gonna become prey. In these small little hick-nick, rinky-dink towns. Yeah, these small little hick-nick, rinky-dink towns, man, where everybody know each other, everybody in cahoots together. The judge know the police, the prosecutor, the mayor, all of them in cahoots together. They got two police in the town. That's how small it is. Two police in the whole damn town. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know each other. and one guy in that town probably got more money than everybody else. He's the richest guy in the town, basically. One of them type towns. There's hundreds of towns like that in North America, where it's like one person he's the richest man in the town, and everybody else is poor or working class. It's like hundreds of towns like that in North America. And you come through there, you rolling in with a Bentley or a Lamborghini or some shit like that, or some luxury car. And you think the police ain't gonna stop you? You goddamn right they gonna stop you. If you a black person, you goddamn right. Shit. We know how this shit go. And he'll find, if you ain't doing, they'll be like, well, I ain't doing nothing. You don't gotta be doing nothing wrong. They'll find something when they stop you. And you end up in jail for, assault. You assaulted the cop or some bullshit like that. And when you don't know what's gonna happen to you when you get in that jail. In these small towns, they do anything. And they cover it up too. So we're in danger over here. So this thing about a woman that goes overseas, it ain't no better. It might be worse in some cases. And some of these places, man, you can't even pay your way out in some of these places. You might pay the money, but it's still taking you a long time to get out. I'm like, damn, I done paid the money. How long it take for him to get out of there? Because everyone has to get paid before you get out. They feeding off of you. You pray. It's that type of shit. So if that's how it is amongst guys, think about how it would be for a woman if it wasn't no man around. If it wasn't no man around, a woman, shit, man, it'd be like a party. They can do anything. They'll take their time and do it too. Because then what's going to happen to them? Ain't nothing going to happen. Whatever happens with her, whatever they decide to do with her, shit, it'll be what it is. Until somebody comes along and do something. If somebody comes along and do something. This is why a lot of guys will say stuff like, hey, you got to watch how you talk when you go overseas if you're a woman. But when guys say that to a woman, a lot of women get offended. But that's really the truth. Women have to watch how they talk to guys when they go overseas. All that tough talk and all that slick talk, that'll get you punched in the mouth. But these other guys, they don't put no women on no pedestal like that. No. There's plenty of women that have come over here from other countries, and they kind of caught on to how things are as over here when it comes to women's rights, because some of these women will call the police on the guy if the guy jump on them over here, right? But where they came from, calling the police is not an option. Calling the police is not an option where they came from. But when they get over here, they do call the police. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. Different ball game. Completely different ball game, man. But yeah, I'm gonna put the link in here. Anyone want to talk about anything, just come on, we can talk about it. And if not, I'm out of here. Put the link in here real quick. Yeah, but it's different ball game when you go travel overseas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but you a lot of women are hard headed. A lot of women they don't listen. There's some women have to learn the hard way, unfortunately. You know, but even some of the most masculine women over here, when they go overseas, they tighten up. You know, so they a lot of these women know how to behave when they go in the other environments. Don't let them fool you. Even the most crazy women, man or woman, when they go into other environments, they tighten up. What's up with these Amber Alerts, man? I'm getting a lot of Amber Alerts lately. They got missing damn kids and shit. What the hell's going on out here, man? It's wild out here. Motherfucking kids is missing around this motherfucker. Wild out here, yo. I mean, when I went to Texas, man, I got 15 Amber Alerts the first day in less than 8 hours. What the hell going on in Texas, man? Damn. They kidnapping damn kids and out this motherfucker, man. And that's my point. If they're kidnapping daughters, young girls, you know as a woman you're gonna be vulnerable overseas. Because you're a soft target as a woman. And it is what it is. And is it going to change one day? I have no idea. But I deal with things as they are, not the way I want it to be. And for some people, it's very hard. A lot of people don't like dealing with things as is. But if you don't deal with things as the way they are, now you're disrespecting yourself when you don't do that. You know what I'm talking about? Yo,
Hey, what's up?
what's going on, man?
Nothing much. Do I still have you, man? I'm trying to
Huh?
see. I'm trying to make sure I still have you here.
Oh, yeah, I can
Okay.
hear you.
All right. Um, yeah, it's very dangerous over there if you're just going alone as a woman. It is dangerous if you're going as a man, but you have to be cool. You can't be acting crazy. You can't be over opinionated. You can have your own opinion, but you can't just tell people what to do immediately tell them you don't like anything. They want you to love and like their country the way they do, some of them. And some of them are ultra nationalistic, just as the flag waving people you have over here. And you say the wrong thing, I don't know, you could end up in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, because, when I go overseas, I don't be telling people what they should be doing and what I think about what's going on over here. You know,
Right.
I don't even get into none of that shit
There's
because I know that could lead to something else. And
right.
and I know that if it goes down, I'm gonna be outnumbered.
Million to one.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't even get into none of that shit. I know how shit I've seen things escalate, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, fuck that shit. and
But
plus,
you
and plus, I mean, I really don't give a fuck. Be honest. I know I ain't living like that. So, that's just me.
No, I got you. How do I put it? I don't try to go over there and act all this and that. You you just part of try to blend in. I don't understand that. And that's a lot of to me what a lot of women don't want to do. They don't want to blend in. They want to seem special over there. Being special is just being yourself sometimes, just not yourself, but just lay back and be humble, be because America forces you to do some things like you gotta be this way and you gotta be that way. Nah, you just gotta lay back sometimes. You just gotta lay back
Yeah.
because this. I don't think they understand how overhyped this country is. It's disgustingly hyped.
Oh,
They
hell yeah.
and
This shit is overrated, bro.
it really does have its overratedness. I I think people, but at the same time, I'm going to say I love it. It's just that
I mean, this is all we know.
right, but I also don't think they love us back.
Well, of course not. We know that.
Yeah, and that's not. But if you're not treated like that, and you being all over the place the way they think you should be here, and they don't like you like this, but they still keeping you alive under all these rules, what do you think is going to happen outside? And that's what I
I'm
say.
saying you just never know what could happen. It's
Right,
depending on where you go.
right. And I'm just like, nah, just stay cool. Just stay cool and calm. You know, I
Yeah.
think that's lost on a lot of people, but you know, I'll say it once. It's up to you to listen.
Yeah. Cause like this is one reason why I try to know as much as I can about the people where the place I'm thinking about going. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I try to I want to understand how they think. That
Yeah.
I know how to deal with them. If just overall, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That actually should be the first thing you do anyway when you're looking to go to another country is to see how you fit in
Yeah.
because I knew some things before I got stationed in Korea, but if I had known some other things, I think a lot of things would have gone a lot better for me, you know.
Yeah.
But I stuck to my, how do I put it? Their mentality is before, a lot of things. Well, even then, we didn't have the internet like that. So I guess I couldn't do it. But my family mentality is military. So you go out there and find out and figure out. You don't just um, sit there and not talk to people or you talk about them behind their back like they don't understand what you're saying or talk down to them. You go out there and treat them like human beings, one on one and stuff like that. You're very respectful, and try to understand them. Not it's just second nature for me and people in my family, but for sometimes the general public, I watch them and I'm like, who are you talking to like that? Nobody, you don't want nobody to talk to you like that. How are you talking to this person like that? I would find it entertaining, except for the fact that it's so embarrassing and it's usually an American doing it. So I don't know how to deal with it sometimes. I want to laugh, but I can't. Mm.
Yeah. You mean I've seen some people go overseas, the other country, they act a goddamn fool.
Yeah, yeah.
And I know they weren't acting like that when they were over here. I know they weren't acting like that.
No, they weren't. And I don't know, just take it easy. You
Let's
you
relax.
don't. Yeah, you don't have to be special. You can just disappear and fade into whatever, and don't worry about a thing. Because sometimes fading into the background is a great and fun thing.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of why I'm doing what I'm doing. Why I want to do it, because I'm really trying to just fade out, fade away, just live out the rest of my life. Save up money, give it to my niece when I'm gone, or give her what she needs when she gets old enough I'm still alive. Give her what she needs. That's it.
Yeah.
That's really all it is at the
Yeah.
end of the day.
Someone asked me, again, how did they say basically, how us as black men, how I guess they were trying to compare how we date here versus going to other countries, and I was like, oh, we can date any of these women in these other countries. Oh,
Hmm.
bro, they be happy to be with us. Most,
Yeah.
you know why? Because
What?
we're first off, we're easygoing.
Right.
We're
Yeah.
we're not gonna give them a hard time like these other guys that they grew up around.
Right. Right.
And we're the type of guys we like doing shit. We like getting out there, going places. For the most part, a lot of us we're active. We like
Right.
going places, and we'll give them women an experience that they ain't ever had before.
Well, yeah, there's that too. But even if you're laying back, you're not trying to confine them, you know.
Exactly.
And even though you're still living, you know, in a way that you're still in line with their family because you're in their community, if they were in your community, your wife would live along your lines. If you're over there, you live along their lines. You still yourself, you still do your own thing, but you let her do what she needs to do to be herself. And I think that's another thing too. You're still a woman, you're still doing the things that, you know, made you successful, and you're not being held back or being told to stay in the home. And even if you stay in the home, you're not stuck there. You can go back out there. You can do something else
Yeah.
while whatever.
Yeah.
And it's not to say that those men don't do that over there at all. It's just that it's more of a guarantee. And
Exactly.
that's it.
Yeah.
Uh,
And
uh,
the standard they put a lot of the standard is high
right,
on women in these other countries.
right, right.
We don't
Like,
we don't really think about it like that. Most of us. We don't really think about it like that. We be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? We get along. Hey, you want kids, I want kids. Hey, let's
hmm
just have fun. It's gonna be a nice ride. You play your position, I play my position, and that's basically it. We're
yeah,
easy going, bro.
yeah, yeah,
And that's the gift and the curse too.
right.
Yeah.
It it is, but at the same time, as long as you act like a man and present yourself as a man,
You'll be
you
fine.
know, yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
And like, say for instance, my ex is from another country, from you know down in the Caribbean, you know, and she was wondering if I'd come with her down to that country, live out. But I'm like,
Well, what
I'm
what part?
like Trinidad and everything.
Trinidad's all right.
Yeah, it's all right. I like the people. I remember first time I got in that country. Let me tell you something. As a black man, if you're African American, you need to go to Trinidad at least once. Let me put that out there. You need to go there at least once. You need to get out. Make sure it's in the afternoon when there's rush hour, because I know you're gonna be like, why be out there in rush hour? It's all backed up and everything, just like in DC or California, whatever. And yeah, in New York, and I understand that. But here's what you need to pay attention to. I was sitting in a car. I've been traveling from Baltimore to DC every day. I mean, Virginia every day, 80 miles back one way. both ways. So I'm I'm in the passenger seat, which is on the driver's side, and we're riding out, and I'm looking around, and something's throwing me off, and it's throwing me off, and it keeps throwing me off, and I was like, there's something wrong. I'm sitting in the passenger side. I mean, the what would be the driver's side for us, and I was like, no, that ain't gonna throw me off, because whatever, whatever. So then I thought about it for a second, and I looked around. Ain't nothing but black faces everywhere I look. I'm just like, you've never been in a country where you can just fade away. Just fade away. You're just another black person there until you open your mouth. And that's an amazement in and of itself. And that's the closest you can get without getting to Africa for that. You know what I'm saying? And it's a place where you can be appreciated for being African American, but at the same time, see what they're talking about. If there's anything negative that they think about African Americans, you will see it there and then adjust and then come back. You will see who you are and how you're viewed outside of America within the African diaspora. And they'll tell you like it is because they got oil rigs, they got everything. They got everything. They don't mind telling you what's up. They really don't. They got their own shit going on. So
Yeah,
they're not super, doing well, but they're doing well enough, you know.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I haven't been over there yet, but I'm thinking about it. What
Yeah.
part do you think I should go to?
Um, if you want to be like living as a in the city life, you want to be closer to the airport area. It's not that big. Let me give you that too. But if I was African American, I'd go there. Go there. Give them money. Go there.
Oh, it's
Um,
not. So it's not that big.
no, not in my eyes.
Okay.
I've been through a few places, but it's big enough. And don't call it an island because they don't like that shit.
What they like being called?
A country because that's what
Oh,
they
okay.
are.
Okay, I don't
Uh,
know.
uh, but what is it? Also, like the most dangerous place to be is probably the most beautiful. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't understand why there's no investment up there because it's so beautiful. I think maybe it's a volcano, but it was on the mountain,
Oh, damn.
and
Yeah.
it's the most dangerous part of the country. You get murdered up there, everything. Like
Oh, damn.
two weeks after I left the country, somebody murdered one of my nephews.
Oh, damn.
Execution style.
A mob style.
Yeah, but he did something. And,
Well, usually, yeah, that's usually how it go when you get murdered like that.
yeah, yeah. But I said when I was there that those things will change if you put cameras up there. And within like 5, 10 years, they did that, and it started dying down. It has. But I said that y'all should get together and put up what do you call those things? Retreats and stuff like that. It won't be close to the water, but how do I put it? It's so beautiful up there. It's ridiculous. You can see forever. And what I mean is that I was sitting up there in the morning and I was just looking over because our my mother-in-law's house is sitting on the side of the hill, right? Whole property is. And I'm looking out and I see this dark patch out there. There's sun everywhere in the morning. There's dates and banana trees and mango trees growing outside of the door. I'm looking out that window. I feel like I am, in another world. Only a movie could, you know, depict this, and it even doesn't do it justice. I stand there at the edge looking out at the ocean, and I'm just looking out there and looking at this dark patch, and I said, hey, babe, what is that? And she said, "That's a storm. That's rain." I was like, "That little patch is rain?" I mean, it looked like water was bouncing up or whatever. Something was coming from it, but it was a cloud. All right. And she said, "You'll find out in 5, 10 minutes." But waited, all of a sudden, this big ass storm came,
Oh no.
and and within 5 or 10 minutes, it was gone.
Oh damn.
But I know people wouldn't think that's, something special, but it was to me. But like I said, up there, it's beautiful, it's nice, it's quiet. It's not near the water, but you can do all sorts of things up there. You know, it it it's just beautiful for that. If you want to do like a amusement thing up there, it would be cheap to do it. You'd have people up there, build places for them to live, whatever. They'd be making money hand over fist if they could get that done. Um, and still have what do you call it? Oceanside stuff down at the bottom, so you wouldn't pack everything in the city, like for a theme park and disrupt everything down there. You'd have them go through the city doing all the nightlife stuff that you could do and all the family stuff that you could do, but not the theme park stuff. You would go up there, do theme park stuff, then they go through the city. You know, it, Once you go through a place and you have to go through it, you would have more people trying to do other things around there. I hope that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Um,
I understand
So,
that.
and then you would go on the other side of the city and be close to water and stay there. It would, make quick access between those 2 points using like a cable car or using like a little train or something like that
So is it?
or whatnot. I'm saying that's what they should do.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
thinking
yeah. So is
when
it?
I think.
Is it a tourist attraction down there?
What I'm saying is it could be. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
It
okay,
can be or could be if
okay.
they push the issue.
Oh,
You
okay.
know,
Gotcha, gotcha.
just throwing out there as if anybody's listening, try to figure it out because it might be a good idea. It has many ways to make money. Even like doing the whole having a storage of data or whatnot and everything like that. Little or financial stuff. You could do that there. It's just a wonderful country. It really is. It really is.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of it is explored. I'm pretty sure, but there's parts that. All right, let's put it this way. There's a beach on the other side of the island, right? And several beaches. But to get there, you have to go through the jungle. And when I'm talking about the jungle, brother, I am talking about
Yeah. See,
the jungle.
yeah, I was about to ask you about the other side of the island. Yeah. So what do you? How do you get? How do you get? You have you take a ferry or what?
Brother, you take a bus or a car. I can't remember if we were in a bus or a car. I think we were in a car. We were in a car. Okay. Now, make sure you're in a caravan of cars. I think that's what they did. I wasn't necessarily paying attention. If I had thought about it at the time, I would have thought about. I would have understood. There's a big gate right at the entrance of it first. That should have been the first clue. Then the guys that were soldiers at the gate had automatic weapons. Okay, that should have been a clue, but I didn't care.
Why?
I was just
Why? Why were they there?
well, first there. If you look up their history, there were a couple of civil wars, and I think some people are still living out there in
Oh,
the woods.
okay, okay.
Then there's wild animals. Then there's I was like, who's living out here? You know, I thought it was remote everything, and then we go around one area, and then all of a sudden I see like thatch hut roofs and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh, excuse my language. I was like, oh shit, somebody lives out here. Uh, I was
They
like,
got they got a village out there.
yeah, I wouldn't even
Okay.
call it a village. It was just, but it was interesting, and I'm not mad, and I'm not trying to put them down.
No, there's a lot of countries people live out in the wild like that.
Shoot, there's stuff here, you would not even know about.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's true.
But because if you filmed it here, You would think it was a third world country somewhere else, but nope,
Oh
right
yeah,
here in
no
America.
doubt about it. I've seen it here. I've seen it. You're right.
But
So
that would
how does the other side of the island look, the country look like?
pristine, pristine. If it wasn't for the oil rigs, because they have a lot of oil things out there, the water would be clear. I think that's the only reason because the oil rigs and
Oh,
the
so that's why they were blocking. That's why they're at that gate.
well, the gate is because of wildlife and maybe something else, some people out in the woods or somebody trying to, if they were trying to attack that country, they could come right through that jungle. They could land their vehicles and they wouldn't know it. They might get cut
Yeah.
off on the other side.
Oh, is that big? Oh God.
Yeah,
So
yeah. You would
how many miles you think it is?
to get to the other side.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could look it up, but I
Oh.
we were driving for about an hour, and I
Oh
think
wow. Yo, that's a lot.
we were doing about 30 or 40. So
That's still a lot.
yeah. Well, at that time, I was used to driving like 80 or 90 down to Virginia every day.
Yeah, if you were
So
driving,
at 3 a.m.
yeah, if you were driving, I mean, if you were driving 60 miles an hour, it would take you like 30, 40 minutes.
yeah,
Yeah. So that's a
you,
lot. That's a lot of land.
you can't do that in the DC metropolitan area to get from point A to point B. It just doesn't work that way. But yeah, I guess it seemed kind of short and slow to me. It
That's a
might have
lot.
been long.
Yeah.
It might have been longer than I thought.
So
But
the
they
other,
had
so the other side of the country is like was country is farmland, kind of like country.
well, there was farmland and something out there. On the other side, actually, there was beaches. And the first one we came up to, blue water, was nice, but I think it was shutting down because of a storm that was coming in. But we went to another beach, and I think the storm went away, but not very much.
Huh.
But the water was murkier, way
So
murkier.
I heard there's floods over there.
Yes, yes,
Yeah, I heard
yeah.
about that. I saw a video probably like 4 years ago
hmm
of a flood they had. It was more like an earthquake, really.
The last time I was there was 11 years ago, and the there's a high rise, not a high rise, but a tower, and the what do you call it was flooded. The parking lot underneath was flooded, and I wasn't sure if it was sinking that they said also as well. So they might have to break that down and build another one, but they probably spent like millions and millions on it, so that isn't exactly a good feeling. But you know, if like I said, development over there, an initial might be expensive, but I think it could get cheap in doing different things. They said something about doing something with Jamaica where they were going to make that a stop off after going through the Panama Canal and start putting like storage there or something like that, and where um, tankers and all those type of stuff can stop off there and people can get off the ship and do shore leave there or stay there and live there.
Oh, for real? I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
I think Trinidad could do that too. Something like that. Something like that. I think it would be a good idea because then you would get fuel from there and go back up. It would be a nice place to live. And there's a lot of Indian people living there, people from India,
Yeah, I
you know,
heard.
and half Indian, half black people. I think they call them Douglas, and
They call them what?
I think it's called Douglas or something like that. I don't know if it's. I
Yeah, what they
From
call
what
them?
I heard,
What they call
I
them in Jamaica?
I don't know. I don't know. But I don't think that's supposedly um, derogatory. So,
Okay.
from what they say and from what I've heard
Yeah.
from them,
I heard East Indians run Trinidad.
they do. They
Yeah,
do.
I heard. Yeah.
It I mean, you don't want to say somebody's doing all that, but It is. There's no way around that, you
Yeah.
know. But there's a lot of Americans that, or even some stars that you like that are from over there. Like, say, for instance,
My girl,
yeah,
Rihanna.
no, Rihanna's from,
Well,
I think
she live over there.
she she might, yeah. I
Well, where
thought she
is
was
she from?
from, I thought she was from Antigua or something like that.
I don't
But
know, man. You know the media,
but
they lie. The media, they lie a lot. But
but
I know she live over there.
I know that what is her name? One of the rappers.
Oh, you talking about what's that little Nicki Minaj?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. She said,
Her
yeah, she said she from there.
her parents are from there. Then what is it? Alfonso Ribeiro, he's from there, and the guy who's saying Under the Sea, I think, is from there. Um, there's a couple. There's a bunch of people. You just don't realize it. You
Yeah,
don't realize it. And but they're good people, especially the dudes. The guys are cool as hell. And ladies, you want to talk about being passport sisters, okay, you want a passport brother to help you out. Pick Trinidadian men. 100%. They work. When they talk about Jamaicans having 5, 10 jobs, okay, that's a misnomer. You're
yeah.
not
Man,
talking.
that's bullshit.
You're not talking about them. You're talking about Trinis. You were talking about Trinis. And if you try to tell me, no, that's not possible. No, no, no,
Yeah, that's
no,
bullshit.
no. They do that. They work constantly. I do not know where they get that from. I honestly don't. I go down there, they're still cool, but they work hard too. But when they get up here, they put in every last bit of energy. I do kind of understand why. Before the years before I got there, got to visit, everything was so cheap. So if you saved up enough money and you were a citizen and you got your retirement stuff and everything, you can go down there and live great. I mean, just great. But I think their money has gotten parity somehow with the U.S., so it's not as cheap, you know. Plus, I think they've pinned their money kind of on the euro, so I think that's why too. But the it's a beautiful country to be in. If you need to buy medicine, it's inexpensive. You know, I had to buy medicine because my kidneys were causing me problems, kidney
Oh
stones,
damn.
and I forgot to bring some or get some, and I thought I was fine on the plane. And when I got off, I was feeling funny, and I knew it was coming. I knew what the medicine was. They said, "Okay, come on, follow me." We went to this place. Shoot, I don't even think I went inside of the building. We found the medicine. I think I bought that shit for $5 or $10. And I know it had to been like at least 35 to 100 here.
Oh damn.
So
But you know
it
they rely on natural.
no, no.
They don't.
This was the this was the same brand,
Oh,
same
okay.
everything, same name, everything.
Well, yeah, I understand that, but they don't believe in the pill like that, do they?
They do, but they have their natural stuff, and then also there's things that your doctor won't give you automatically here. They'll build their way through it because that's how the insurance company will
Yeah.
play that game. But over there, they'll automatically give you the best thing. That's what. That's why you can't mess with the U.S. They just. It's better for you to get a ticket and go to another country. You'll get what you need immediately. Immediate.
Yeah, I've heard about it, but a lot of times you got to pay to play in these places.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
and that.
Italy is one of those places.
Mm-hmm.
You got to pay to
Mm-hmm.
play.
Yeah.
You got the money, we can get rid of it.
But at least they can get rid of it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Over
I
here,
think
shit, forget about it.
I think if we had actually taken my mom to Israel. Her pancreatic cancer, they could have cut out a lot of stuff, and then she'd still be here, at least for a little bit longer, for pancreatic cancer.
Yeah.
Because I looked it up and they did a lot of work, and I was like, oh my God.
Over here,
But,
they just be experimenting on your ass.
well, I don't, there's things that they could do that's working in other countries, but they won't do.
Exactly.
And I'm like, okay, well, it's working over there. Why aren't you doing that here? And some of the things that they're doing over here that other countries are doing, and it's working, it's been proven for years, it's like you're choosing a method that doesn't work very well, that you're trying to say there's no good remedy to it. And anything outside of the US is hokey, but those people, we're talking about even the UK, the EU, they're doing it, Israel's doing it, Brazil's doing it, Mexico is doing it, Japan's doing it. What even South Korea that's becoming a hotspot for medical, and Thailand's becoming a hotspot, and the Philippines who come over here to work and then go back, they're doing it. So what are you doing?
Well,
Is
over here, it's all about the Benjamins over here.
yeah, yeah. You're gonna provide the drugs, but you ain't gonna
That's
provide
what
the cure.
that's what it's
Yeah,
all about over here. They don't really, they're not even thinking about getting
yeah.
rid of anything.
Right, right, right.
Why would we do that?
Well, it's costing our government more money and our companies more money to do that. You
Well,
know,
man,
and
all everybody, it's all corrupt.
let me put it to you this way. I think I said it to you, but I can't remember. Um, I don't know why I try to keep it to myself, but I'll go on ahead and say it. Insurance companies trying to fight the government from taking over whatever it is that they think they're taking over is stupid. It is so stupid. If I told, I'll tell you right now why it sounds so stupid, and whoever's in your company that's trying to say not to do it, they're they don't know what they're talking about. First of all, let's start with the beginning. You're an insurance company. The one thing you have to have is a bond over top of you. That's basically another level of insurance. So you have insurance and another level of insurance above you, and it costs a lot of money. So let's say that. Number one, you're so know that they have that. That's an expense. But you're be like, well, we won't be available anymore. We won't have a company. You'll take over everything. And the answer to that is no, dummy. We'll still need somebody to manage, the system in a certain way to keep track of what's going on. So the insurance companies, the people working under it, the board, the CEO, everything will still be there. You can still make investments in it and it'll make money. The government can treat it like an outside company, just like Northrop Grumman and all that. You are an outside expert. You know about different things to deal with. So you don't even have to do anything. You don't have to have that because your bond will be smaller. You will, or almost non-existent. The government might pay that, and all you have to do is manage the system from there, help people navigate through the system so the government doesn't have to build up a system of their own. And you don't have to deny anybody, you're just shifting them around to the right place and put them in order to build stuff. And then you advise to the government what needs to be out there, different hospitals and different things that need to be put out there. And before these hospitals say they'll lose money or they won't get help, you'll get money to put a hospital out there. You'll get money to put funding into it. You know, they're making more problems for themselves than they're gaining. They would make more money than the billions they think they're getting or hundreds of billions of dollars they're getting. They get more money from the federal government than they would us, and it'd be guaranteed. So, and they'd have a better image of themselves. So I don't understand what the logic is to this kind of mentality that they don't want to do universal health care. I It doesn't make sense. Even medicine would be if it was guaranteed like that, they would be stocked more and they have more flow of it. So None of that makes sense. You can't make that make sense at all. It really doesn't make sense that they'd want to do it that way. There's something else going on. I can't explain it. You'd make more money, less liability, and you wouldn't have to worry about a whole bunch of stuff. So I throw that on them. They can do whatever they want, but none of that makes sense. None of what they're trying to do makes sense. But hey, let them do what they're doing.
Man, you just never know where these where these people
Their
how they
minds
think
are.
where they're coming from, really.
Well, they said lead. They what? Wall Street Journal said there's lead in all of our waters due to cables and other stuff in our lakes and all different stuff. So I don't know. Maybe it's messing up their minds or whatnot.
He
I
said, remember Ice Cube said everything's corrupt, everything's fucked up. It's
yeah,
all
but
fucked.
it's corruption. Corruption is it can be okay if you do it the right way and be profitable, but corruption without reason, that's insanity.
I mean, exactly.
I
It is.
and that's why I'm like, you're not making sense. And I don't want to call them stupid, but come on, man. You can do better than that.
You got too many people that you have to deal with, and
Right.
what's one of the biggest problems. And you don't even know who these people are
No,
behind the scenes.
no,
That's the
no.
problem.
Shoot. Even the people that are you wouldn't even lose the customers you had for managing your system, you know, because they're already in your system, so the government wouldn't even want you to stop having them in your system. So you automatically would still have a government contract with a number of people in your system and still working. You wouldn't have to be like, wait for the government to put people under you. You'd already be managing that. So you just cut your overhead. Any overhead you have, the government would have paid on top of that for your contract. And it would still give you the operating money and more for doing what you're doing. So, like I said, they're not making sense. You're not saving the country any money because the country would save more money off of that and be more productive. It's just, uh,
Yeah.
like I said, I don't want to call them stupid because that isn't fair. They might not see what's going on, or somebody might not say these things to them. But it's really you have to think outside the box. It shows that you have to look at both sides, being unbiased on things. Let it go, you know.
Uh,
But I'm sorry, I just jumped into that. I apologize.
that's cool, man. You know, but thanks for coming on, man. I'm about to get off here.
All right, you have a
Peace,
good one.
peace. Alabama in the house. Well, there you have it. Like and share this video and all that. And oh, P.S. And by the way, one more thing. One more thing. I'm gonna start a private circle of like 10, no more than 20 people. Because I don't like being censored. I like to be able to say what I want to say. So if that interests you, send me an email at renegademoney@gmail.com. That's renegademoney@gmail.com. I'm going to start my own private group and we can talk about anything we want. Plus, anyone that gets involved, I'm giving a free vacation away. So yeah, I'm giving a free vacation away. I can't guarantee the dates of the vacation, but I'm giving a free vacation away. Anyone that gets involved. So I'll be able to give away more info on this in the next couple of days. But If this interests you, send me an email at renegademoney@gmail.com. So like, share this episode. Until next time, I'm out. Alright. Just got the call, it's going down tonight. It's a lot of goodbyes here tonight. But then I saw the sky and that I like. Here from